Like a league of their own.
Oh yes, we are sporty in our own way.
Okay.
But yeah, so I like those little pep talk scenes where they're hyping up their team.
Okay, so you're going to hype us up a little bit.
Yes.
All right, take it away, Manny Johnston.
All right, boys, sit down. It's been a rough season for the go-getter goats. Who named us? Figured it'd be you, Don. We're currently losing 126-2. There's not much I can tell you at this point. I thought that kind of score was impossible, so honestly, I'm more impressed than I am disappointed. But if there's anything worse than getting that horrid score, it's losing without pride. And sure, we have Don on our team and a terrible name. You'll get him next time, champ. But we've got something those other teams never had. We're willing to fight for it. Cliché? Yes. Do I care? No. I lost all my dignity back in '92. But we'll never amount to anything if we're not willing to get there. And we'll never get there if we keep this gosh darn terrible name. Seriously, Don, I would have been fine with something as bad as Kale. Oh, the other team just scored a point. Maybe I shouldn't have these pep talks while the game is going on. Get back in there.
Very good. Very nice. I think she has potential.
I think she got a shot.
I think she got a shot for a Bat Boy, yeah.
Bat Boy?
Yeah, I think so.
I think she could have her own show called Bat Girl.
I think so, maybe. Well, she is a wonderful young talent who's going to come back later in the show and she's going to sing for us as well.
Okay.
So,
but let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If she was, let's say we used her in Bat Boy, what scene? What scene?
Well, I would think...
First you're going to say Thurman Munson's daughter. Okay, forget about that.
I think with the hospital scene or she could be one of those scenes.
Let's see what she sounds like when she sings.
That's right.
And then we'll determine that.
All right. So this is a live audition for you there, Manny. Yeah. So this is great. But we have to switch gears a little bit because we have author and very good friend of mine, Portia Ingram, who we've known for many years, and these are her books.
You're related to James Ingram?
Kids.
Family folklore says yes.
Really?
Oh, folklore.
Wow, I like it. Do you sing?
Depends on the day.
Depends on whether you're in the shower or not.
Or the car.
Yeah, that's a good one. Shower's number one. If they've taken a big inventory on that.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
There's really good acoustics in the car, though.
Yeah, car is good. In the car, I'm Barry Manilow. I'm Stevie Wonder.
There we go. There we go. You know? Well, Portia and I know each other for many years. She was actually my first co-host many years ago, and she was referred to us by a New York City police officer, and she.
Well, you was arrested too?
Shout out to Jay.
Jay, yes.
We were part of the same mentoring group.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought we were in Rikers together.
And this police officer, Jay, told me about Portia, and Portia was interested in radio. That same day that Jay told me, she came down to the studio, and there she was. And she's a very intelligent, articulate young lady, and she's
and pretty.
Thank you.
You know,
nice hair. I like that.
It always helps, right?
And she has a heart of gold because she wants to help people. Why is that so important to you?
Oh man, I mean, I've seen the effects of people that go on living with and without resources. I've had the
You got two of them right here.
Well, you guys been making it pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
You guys are on your way.
We're stuck together. You know, we show up 5 minutes and we're put together behind this.
But you know what? I come from a family of very humble beginnings. And to be someone, one of the few people in my family that have gone off to college and have gotten their masters. And, you know, I'm just looking to make an impact, give back to those that, like I said, don't have the resources. Because nowadays what we're seeing, especially here in the U.S., is that we could have all these opportunities, but we lack access. And at some points, you know, in some communities, we lack the knowledge of these opportunities. So... Hello.
Maybe somebody's calling in.
Hello, we're here at Reach Out with Ray and Steve.
We have a call already. Right in the middle, mid-sentence. Keep
Hello?
going, Portia.
Ring. All right, so...
Check it out.
Hi, caller, whoever you are. So when it comes down to it, I just want to help everyone. I want to make sure that people have the knowledge, the skill sets, the tools to be able to pursue whatever they want to pursue, which was also what led me into writing this book.
Right. And the book, The Helpful Planner for Kids and The Helpful Planner, talk about the focus of the book and why it's so important to get that out there right now.
Okay, so the importance. And a lot of us know that one friend that has a bajillion ideas but can never...
That's a lot,
ever,
right? That's a lot.
Right? It's a little bit more than a million, not as much as like...
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to tell you about Portia. She makes up her own words, and she's in a zone there. So
I do. So it helps too. I studied communication sciences and disorders in college, and so I'm a little crafty when it comes to language. But with the planner, my goal is to help individuals that lack the organizational skills to turn an idea into an action plan. Because there's way too many starving artists out there that could be millionaire visionaries. We have a lot of people on the streets that just did not have the support, did not have the mentorship, did not have the tools to go ahead and really just take off with an idea. And now we have, things like the Small Business Administration, which has really great resources. Even here on the island, they offer really great small business help center at the Farmingdale College and other sites. So we have these resources, but if you can't get your plan together, if you don't have a framework on how to bring your idea to life, then, it gets lost. And a lot of people out here, grow older and they think about when I had that idea and that thing I should have done when I was younger. And this is kind of my contribution to society to help people, become that millionaire visionary.
Yes. And when did this first come out?
So this has been out since February.
Oh, congratulations.
And, thank you. And so for me, it is on the, I should plug it, it is on the Barnes & Noble and Amazon platforms.
Okay.
So you can go to Amazon.com and look up The Helpful Planner and The Helpful Planner Kids, or you can go to Barnes & Noble and look up The Helpful Planner and The Helpful Planner Kids, and you will find both of these books there. Nice. There are only paperback versions. Yes, those fossils called paperback books are still alive here.
But this is important for kids. It's better for kids this way.
It is. Yeah. And to your point, Ray, I have, with my background in working with individuals with disabilities, as Steve knows, I've worked with many different learning styles, and I've had to identify my own. So when I was going to Temple and I had to take education classes, I had to study, how people learn. I found out my learning style is kinesthetic, or you need to touch or move in order to really commit that information to memory, and I'm a visual learner. People who are writing and using that medium to remember ideas, they're doing what's called encoding. And I mean, we're encoded with tons of things throughout the day. But what's so great about writing down your ideas is that it helps to do two things. One, if you don't have the best long-term memory, you're writing it in a safe space. And two, encoding is what's done through the hippocampus. So we have this part in our brain called the hippocampus, which when we bring in information, it decides whether we store it or discard it. So when we do activities like this, writing our ideas down, really creating the framework for executing them, we tell our brains, hey, we want to remember this. So that's why I also created this book for individuals like myself who need a place to store their thoughts and they come back to it and it's ordered. Because I, for one, know that, I could write thoughts in an agenda book here and then a notepad there, and then I forget what, order they were in. So to have them in one place really helps.
Right. And now, self-published, right?
Yes.
Great. Good move, because that way you, in essence, keep it right there from the standpoint of what you want for the kids.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And my next book, I think, will be a self-published, because I'm tired of the big publishing houses telling me how my book should be.
Right.
You know,
and that's important for somebody like yourself,
Right.
because you're like an entrepreneur.
Right.
Your vision.
This is the type of girl you don't tell her what to do.
No. I always
You're
said.
right about that,
I
right?
always said that
Right.
that Portia was going to turn into Oprah Winfrey right before my
He
eyes.
did, I will say.
Right.
Okay.
And
Thanks, Steve.
but that's the type of person. When you have that vision, you want to continue to help people without the restraints
That's
from
right.
other people.
That's right.
Yes. I'm a person where, it's not a matter of not being able to do something. It's when I will do it.
Right.
Right. Anything that I can think of, it's just a matter of when.
Right.
And now for me, as I've gotten older, and I know I'm not old, but I am approaching 30. So time is of the essence. And when it comes down to it, yes, Ray, I am approaching 30. And so I see your face, you're like,
well, it's just that, you know what?
Just keep rubbing it in there.
At our age, we say that all the time. We ain't got time to waste. Okay, so you're a baby. You're a baby.
Well, the new 60 is 30,
but you
right?
should-
Or
Time
something like
keeps on
that.
slipping.
But keep on with that attitude of that urgency.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You should always have that urgency. Because the difference between me and you is the urgency from the standpoint of really achieving didn't hit me till I was 50. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, what did I do? Why didn't I do what I wanted to do? And I, in essence, knocked off 5 books in 10 years.
That's amazing.
Which, you know what I'm saying?
But Ray, you developed over time. You were journaling. You were taking all this
Yeah,
information but you had everything ready to go.
But still, there were things that I should, like, I wish I could trade with her right now. Because I'm loving her urgency to do what she's got to do. Because you know what? If I should have done at 25 and 30 what I did at 50. Right. Because what would I be doing at 50 and 60?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's hard. But I am thanking God every day that I'm still alive to be able to keep going. So in my mind, I'm 30, and I'm gonna keep knocking it out until God says it's time for you to join me, big fella.
And you know what? We learned so much along the way, too.
Right.
So if I had gone on this journey when I was like 22, 23, 24, 25, I may not have met the same people or met, you know what? And I thank you, Steve, because you brought me in to work with students at one point.
Right.
And one of the students there, I was doing a vision board workshop. And they told me, they said, thank you, because if you weren't here, no one would have known what I wanted.
Right.
No teacher was going to ask me what I wanted. And I was like, wow. So a lot of times people aren't also given the setting to really address what they want and what their desires are in order for people to know they can even help.
Right.
So a lot of times people are lacking the help awareness, either that they have this lone wolf syndrome or that they just feel that no one around them can help them. So there's a learned helplessness too. So that's what I'm trying to encourage, is the more collaborative and more interdependence through these books.
So how are you getting the book out there? Are you in schools or are you different agencies or hospitals? How's that going for you?
It's going pretty well. I am looking at different community groups, and I've worked with a few. I'm going to shout out Children's Sangha. Thank you, Ms. Christine Keller, for the opportunity. Also, local libraries. I do offer the workshop free for libraries. They are a big and much needed part of our communities. And I feel it's a great way to reach those that, and especially many other communities. This book is $7 online, but there are people that still can't afford it. I don't take that for granted. So I want this book to be something that's accessible, that is a tool that everyone can use. And if not, definitely let your local library know. My email is thehelpfulplanner@gmail.com. You can email me. Let me know if you want to bring this workshop to your community.
Repeat that again.
It is thehelpfulplanner@gmail.com. Also, I am on Instagram at thehelpfulplanner, and on Facebook you can find us at The Helpful Planner.
Hold on, my friend Mo, Larry, and Curly just got their pens. Could you repeat that one more time?
Yes. Pretty much Facebook, find us at The Helpful Planner. And on Instagram, you can also find us at The Helpful Planner. The email, again, is thehelpfulplanner@gmail.com.
Well, Portia,
Okay.
thank you very much for joining us here today. It's so wonderful. We haven't seen each other in a while.
No, it
And
has
so you're almost 30, right around there. So when you get to like 40 or 50, I hope you remember us old guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
Speak for yourself, animal.
Well, you got a few years on me, but not.
Oh,
we won't go into that. You called me an animal, and you called me ugly. I gotta get back to you someday.